Oh my goodness. We are back again with the road. So we're down the wrong pipe. You go.
So, guys, thank you guys so much for joining us again with another reading and commentary on the free resource, What's Black Love Got to Do with It?
Yes.
Please take time to visit our website, webuildlegacy.com, and
Yes.
download your free resource and actually participate in this particular reading and commentary with us by on our YouTube page. Subscribe to our YouTube page as well as comment, like, and
Absolutely.
share. So that we can actually go through this together and actually enjoy this series.
Because we want to know what you think about it. I know that what I'm looking for, especially on this one called Other African Queens, I expect to hear, what about Queen so-and-so? What about Asante? What about that? I want to hear all of it. I want you to light this video, these comments up with the queen. So whoever comes by here will know these other African queens. This was just something to bring you from somewhere to take you to somewhere. But the people that don't know, help them know who some of our other African queens were that we model ourselves after. They are fierce. Every last one of them, fierce. Some of them co-regents, fierce. Dealing with those Europeans, dealing with those foreign people, dealing with protecting their people. Come on, we have a rich legacy, a rich heritage we walk in, and we can base the relationships we have off of that. So we're going to talk now the other African queens, okay? The other ones.
Other African queens. Earlier, I mentioned queens from ancient times in Eastern African kingdoms of Kush and Axum. However, queens who also served as advisors and warriors continued to lead their people in battle for centuries across Africa, defending against European imperialism and other invaders, especially in West Africa, where most African Americans have ancestry. Women of African descent have always had a context that extended beyond expectations of women being gentle, passive, and docile. Couples can exhibit complementary roles in their relationships in different ways. Just as all women do not see traditional roles as oppressive, all men do not view strong, assertive women as threats to their manhood or their position in society. Evidence of the fierceness of the African spirit is still evident in the descendants of the Maiafa. And both Black men and Black women have been criticized because of it through society. It is important that these differences and expectations for romantic partnerships expand to include the possibility of roles of women who function in ways that exemplify who African women have always been since antiquity. For pre-colonial African people, it was common to see the value placed on both masculine and feminine energy, and to see it expressed in their deities as well as in their rulers. It was not uncommon to see a male pharaoh, the female Kandake, or a husband and wife serving together as co-regents. I consider those to be some of our first examples of power couples.
Stand up, Black man.
Hey now.
Stand up, Black man.
Now.
Stand up.
Now.
I'm calling for all the Black men.
The Black men.
To stand up and support your Black women. Because I'm going to tell you one thing, man, about the Black woman. The Black woman, they don't fail. They support. They Black men. They love. They Black men. And they support us. And I'm calling for all Black men to stand up and be called forward to take responsibility to
You just feeling yourself right now, huh?
Just
what phrase was it? I'm gonna highlight it.
You want to know what phrase it was?
When you start acting up, I'm gonna make sure I put.
Let's go ahead. Let's look at the phrase.
Just
as all women do not see traditional roles as oppressive, all men do not view strong, assertive women as threats to their manhood or their position in society. Men, allow your women to get big. Allow your women. Allow. Well, when I say allow,
I know I'm being ugly. It's what I do. No. I'm acting.
I'm just saying because in today's society,
so I'm gonna tell you.
Men are looking.
By the same token, there are a lot of women who really, really come down hard on black men, and it's more in a feminist, thing. It's like you have a penis. Mm-hmm. You're no good. Mm-hmm. It's just that you have a penis.
Teach.
And so I would say the same thing. There's no way that I would birth for humans with penises, and then think that people with penises are bad. I've had black women mimic things and say things like, you have to teach men not to rape women. You have to teach men, I refuse to believe that my children came here with the propensity for any more evil than a woman. Okay?
Good teaching.
I teach my children to be compassionate. I teach them to be caring. I teach them how to be considerate, to hear what a no is and to respect it and honor it. But I won't act as if my black men, what I birthed from my body.
We won't teach our children.
Excuse me. I birthed from my body. Okay? Y'all gonna make me act up. See, I was about to say.
We're not gonna start.
Okay, so I said earlier when I was first getting in trouble that the earliest people would look, and if you put people in a forest, that's what I say, because I don't feel like dealing with people, whatever. People believe what they believe. How can I be the creatrix and believe that I make girls, I make boys, ones with penis, one without, but the ones with penises are the broken ones? I just don't believe that.
What kind of foolishness is that?
I don't believe that. So I teach my children to be human. I expect him to be human. Now you want to know some stuff, okay? I don't play, yes, there are qualities and philosophically and physiologically things that make men, testosterone, and women. But there is no, I'm feeling wait, excuse me. Let me just say this because it's in my spirit. I haven't given much relationship advice during these things, but I'm just going to say this because it's right on the tip of my tongue, and then I'm going to stop talking. A lot of the things that we deal with is because we hold these standards of what a man is and what a woman is. And the bar is so low. May I tell the story about the presidential towers and how we figure out this whole thing? Mm-hmm. See, one of the things that we do, we really base a lot of things on mutual respect. It's just mutual respect. So there is no context of, well, he's a man and men just whatever. We are grown folks. I'm going to say it like I tell my sons, okay? When they get of age and everything, and I let them know. If you want to talk about who was designed to experience pleasure, you got to make sure you're looking at the right species. Okay? You need to make sure that you're looking at it the right way. Part of this deconstruction of foolishness is understanding.
Teach black women.
What would make you think? Do I need to just be like?
Go ahead, break it down.
I'm trying to figure out. Okay, let me just explain it like this. I'm going to use the technical terms. I'll be right. Women. So as men grow, when they're younger, little jackrabbits, they're able to have orgasms, all this stuff, and it's just everywhere, right? You can just do whatever you want to do, right? You can tell I have a house full of men, boys, whatever. As they get older, that changes, right? women are different. With women, it's not, can you have an orgasm? It's how many can you have and how many different ways. We have a fun factory that we should be enjoying. To insinuate that he gets an excuse to go out because he has a penis and he gets to experience whatever because he has a penis, but I have the joy and all of this and all of these ways that when I was created, I was just given all of these ways, and I don't have an excuse. Then you don't have an excuse. You don't have an excuse. No one gets an excuse. Now, I didn't say this stuff the way I normally would say it because I'm trying to be kind, okay? But understand this. That's part of that cognitive dissonance. That's part of that cognitive dissonance. You've accepted that there's a reason why a man can be unfaithful, and that is his way and it's his nature. You've accepted it. But somehow you don't accept it when a woman says, wow, whew, that was wonderful. I think I want another experience. Whew, I want another experience. And she has the ability to do all of that. Okay, I want a different kind of experience. Okay, don't do that this time, do this. How is it that one person gets all the experiences and another doesn't? I understand there are people that talk about the emotional, the nurturer of the woman and the way the woman is. I get all of that. I understand all of that. I'm talking about physiologically right now. I'm talking about the physical body. I'm not talking about who's more compassionate and who's more whatever. I'm talking about physically. But there are women who go throughout life and don't experience any pleasure, don't expect any pleasure, don't expect any kind of things. And it's because, and I know
because we take the perspective of one story.
Hey!
And we don't look at the full truth, the full story. And when I said men to allow, I don't mean
I was acting up on that.
But again, we've all ate the cookie and fell, and our minds need to be, reworked. But we're called to create legacy together. In the feminine and the masculine energy that we have, the vibration of excellence that we have as Black people on this earth, let us be responsible to uphold one another as we uphold ourselves as men, as women, created in God's image to not only bring peace, but restore peace in this earth. And I believe Dr. Dula has made me a big believer that we can't do this unless we accept the full, unadulterated truth as it relates to our being in this universe as Africans and being happy with that. Pre-colonialism, pre all of this schism that has come throughout the earth. And so
yeah, I got on a tangent. I don't even know how I got there, but I just want us to understand that
you get on a tangent. You was talking good stuff. You were talking good stuff because we get short-sighted, in these mediocre brain waves that we get into, these teachings and thoughts that we have about women versus men and the roles of a man and the roles of a woman.
I'm just and about if we mutual just flip respect.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just like, respect. You know what? If we have, and what we teach with Power Couple Mentoring is partnership, mutual respect, agreement, and accountability. Teach. And I'm just not for having, you get to do all of this and I get to do all of that. Everybody respect everybody. And whatever you agree to, when you get together, you stick to that. And if you need to make another agreement, you come together and make another agreement and be accountable to that. So that's just kind of how I look at it. And I look at that in the realm of many, many things. So I have no idea how I got on that tangent.
As you guys
just talking about other African queens. How did we get to that?
And it's funny because as we go forward, Dr. Dula begins to break this particular power structure down in more edible bites as it relates to a power structure that might more suit your understanding of what a equitable relationship looks like. Because what works for us doesn't particularly mean it's going to work for you.
No.
But I am so thankful of her research and her taking a look at various different curriculums throughout the educational world today, academic world, and actually broke it down as it related to African Americans. And so we're going to get into that a little bit later.
Yeah, but make sure that if you haven't downloaded, that you go download the resource, at webuildlegacy.com. And also check out our other resources. We have Maximizing the Connection as a course, and we also have Power Couple Mentoring. So we're excited about that, and we want to invite you to do that.
See you guys real soon.
In a minute.